that Harry Cohn had put in a closet on the second floor. And they were named Blake Edwards and Richard Quine. They were the first two guys that I ever met out here, and I struck up an instant friendship with both of them. I think the relationships with those two guys have been one of the sweeter parts of all the good fortune that I've had all these years out here. And Dick said, "I'm going to do your test." I said, "Terrific." And he must have known what he was doing. I got the part. I went ahead, did my film. All I knew was that John Ford was going to do Mr. Roberts next. That's all I knew. And like every other young actor in the country, I would have given my eye teeth to play Pulver, you know, one of the great parts. Anyhow, I finished the film. One day, I walked onto his set to see what was going on with The Long Gray Line. They were just wrapping it up. Now, I walk on the set, and I'm looking, they're lighting, and I don't see any of the actors yet, and they're looking, I'm just waiting around and so forth. And one of the old grips with a pair of sneakers and baggy pants and a baseball cap and an eye patch, he was sucking on a handkerchief or something. And he kept looking at me, and he came over, and he's just standing right beside me, staring at me. Finally, I said, "Hi," you know, and so forth. I figured he was a grip from the other picture or something. And he says, are you that kid, the lemon that did the thing with Judy? I said, "Yeah." "They tell me you want to play Pulver." I said, "Well, yeah, how did you?" He says, "You ought to play Pulver." And I said, "Well, from your lips to God's ear, you know." And he says, "Spit in your hand." I said, "What? Spit in your hand." I said, "Why?" He says, "It's an old custom." Pwee, and he spit in his hand, he stuck it out. I spit in my hand, and I stuck it out. He says, "I'm Ford, you're Pulver." And he walked away. Now, that wasn't talent. What I'm getting at is the extraordinary good fortune that some of us get and some of us don't, I think. Yes, you do have to deliver if somebody closes the door, but who the hell opened it? I had some of those doors open at the right time. I want to take a couple of seconds and say something very seriously now, that I guess no matter what business or craft we are in, we obviously want to think it's important. And I sure as hell think that acting is important. I'm not sure that most people, though, really understand what an actor's life is like. I am not an average actor, and I sure know it. I have had every break, every opportunity that anybody could ever want over and over again. But I'm talking now about the average actor who doesn't even make a living. But there is something that I hope all actors will remember during the dark days, which are most of them. There's another side of that coin that makes it very, very worthwhile, I think. If once, twice in your life, an actor can get a part with some kind of depth, he can go beyond entertaining, and he can touch people, and he can move them, and he can make them think, and he can thereby enlighten them. And I think that is one precious gift that is given to very, very few mortals, even once in their life. It is a noble profession, and I am damn proud to be part of it. If I tried to thank or acknowledge even all of the many people who have been so instrumental in my career tonight, I'd be up here forever and boring everybody to death, except the ones I was thanking, of course. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to thank anyone. I'm just going to thank everyone. I made a solemn vow that I would not single out the members of my family and say what I thought about them and what they mean to me. But I will tell you something that is 100% God's honest truth. As much as I love acting and as grateful as I am for my career, which is so vitally important to me, if the whole thing ended tomorrow and there were no more parts, I would be very upset, is what the hell I'd be. Not that I think about it. If it did end tomorrow, I honestly feel that I have something that is much, much more important, and that is my family. They have given my life a wonderful purpose and a fulfillment. They have brought me joy and happiness, and they have taught me that love is the most important thing in the world. I adore each and every one of them, and I'm immensely proud of them. There is no possible way I could tell you what this means to me, and all I have to do is start thinking of who else has ever received this award, and it's mind-boggling to me, and there is just no way that I can thank them or you enough. I loved and respected my father very much, and he gave me an awful lot of very good advice. Maybe the best thing that he ever said to me was the last thing before he passed away. He took my hand and he smiled and he said, "Spread a little sunshine." And I am damn well going to keep on trying to do that as long as they'll let me. And to paraphrase Pulver, thank you. This stuff was terrific. Thank you.
When she stood up here and accepted this Life Achievement Award 4 years ago, America's first great film star, Lillian Gish, spoke of an international language of film and of an actor's desire to please the world. Well, tonight's honoree is a man whose life and work have done just that. Thank you, Jack, for all the joy that you've given us and for all that's to come. Good night, everybody.